What a nightmare that was. LR Radio broadcast back from our Zoom conference fucking breakdown. Broadcasting live on the Stan NYC's fucking YouTube page. Man, they're probably really happy with us right now. I can imagine.
That's why we just stay in our little corner of the world.
That's why we just do our little show, a little lunatic radio show for 18 years and not really have anybody pay attention to us. Because Rock and I just like to make little jokes to each other and then go about our week.
And if something craps out, no one knows about it.
Yeah, we don't.
No harm, no foul.
We don't like to be in the spotlight. You know, we don't need to be in the spotlight. We don't need to be. Sorry to Joe Pontillo. I believe he's going to try to call in, but
that was the most elaborate way to get Joe off the
I
Zoom
didn't.
podcast.
It was. I feel bad for Joe. He's a good man. He's a good guy, and
I feel terrible. We actually had a guest on and everything.
And as soon as obviously, folks, if you're just fucking tuning in, the live show crapped out because I didn't realize that with Zoom conference you have to upgrade to use 3 people. And as I was doing the radio show, I get this big fucking screen thing shot at me. It covered my whole computer screen saying, "Hey, your fucking radio show is gonna end in 10 minutes. So upgrade now as you talk into the microphone. Try to conduct the radio show." And give us your fucking credit card information so we can bill you.
But I'm impressed how you completely disregarded and kept going on in hopes of playing chicken with Zoom.
Yeah, I was like,
that you would win.
I was like, hey, maybe it will just fucking let me go. Yeah. And it did not work. So I believe Joe Pontillo is trying to call in. Shut the fuck up, Puddle of Mud. That guy needs.
I think that's what ruined this.
That guy just needs to go fucking away with. I don't want to be that mean. I feel like I'm getting mean.
Don't be that mean. Don't be that mean.
I don't want to be that mean. Yeah. So it is the LR show. I believe Joe's going to call in. As the show canceled, by the way, or shut off on the Zoom conference, Ehrenberg called me as soon as the fucking show went off.
Of course.
So I literally, the show ended. I was like, "Hey, Aaron, how are you?" He's like, "Hey, how are you?" I was like, "My show just canceled." So I was like, "Aaron, can you call back in like fucking 10 minutes?" So Aaron's got a new comedy album out called American Etiquette. It's available on Ehrenberg.com. Now, Ehrenberg has been on our radio program before, apparently talking about banging a heavyset woman years ago in the back of a Jeep in Pittsburgh. That's some reason I remember that, but I can't remember like my goddamn phone number sometimes. But I remember fucking stories like that.
Wow, the Pittsburgh part of it kind of like rattled a memory for some reason to that conversation. Like the Pittsburgh thing is what kind of made it really unique, I guess.
So how you doing, Rock? Fucking the goddamn pandemic still happening. How the fuck are you handling it, Rock? Because you're up there in the Bestchester, Westchester. How is it going for you?
It's okay. I mean, it's certainly better just trying to get outside when we can. It's just been the weather's been kind of shitty, but you know, everything's pointing in the right direction, but I'm completely over it. You know, it's just getting tiring in a way, just sitting at the house.
I tell you what, I feel like fucking people right now are starting to get fed up with it. They're starting to like, you know what, fuck it.
Totally.
I don't want to be locked inside anymore. I want to go outside and do some shit. Fuck the 6 feet away crap. I just want to be outside. I've noticed that here living in fucking the desert, you know, where it's fucking 100 degrees already out here in Arizona, and people are just outside. They're outside. Yep. I mean, I would imagine certainly living in a dry fucking hot climate, I don't think the coronavirus is going to survive anything out here. But people are out. You know, they're just fed up of being inside. I don't know how it is in New York City. Obviously, you know, everything's still shut down. Here is Joe Pontillo calling into the program. Joe, welcome. Come on, answer the phone. God damn it. Joe, what up? Joe, you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm sorry,
Am
Joe.
I on the radio?
Far from it. Far from it.
I'm sorry, Joe. The whole fucking radio show took a shit, and you got bumped off the Zoom conference. You got eliminated from the Zoom reality show, pretty much. You
were the weakest link, apparently.
You got kicked off the show because I had to upgrade, and I was like, I got to put in all my credit card information. I got Ehrenberg calling me, going, "Hey, I want to promote my album." I'm like, "Oh shit, I got to get back on." You know, there's people listening on the Stan's website. Chris is probably pulling his fucking hair out there in his apartment in Queens. So, yeah. Sorry.
We had a good 24 minutes there.
Yeah,
It was a solid 24.
yeah. You got the red light, but you didn't notice it, and you got pulled.
It was blaring at you for the past 10 minutes, but you just ignored it.
Yeah, that's
what conference is going to end? It's probably just a bluff.
the Zoom conference thing was like
Exactly.
Yeah, the notification was
They
like
just want more money.
Yeah. So, Joe, where can people find your stuff? Where can people see you? Where can people get at you on the social medias?
Oh God. Well, if they could just drive past my apartment, I look out the window a lot. Starting to do drive-by comedy show.
Yeah.
But besides that, find me on YouTube. YouTube.com/Joe Pontillo. Trying to get something new up every week or two. And then, I have a comedy special on Amazon. That's kind of important.
Hey, that's huge, man.
What is the name of that?
Yeah. That is called Delete Your Account.
No shit. That's what I should do.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's an hour special. Very, very good. Self-produced. Mildly proud of it. A lot of comedians seem to like it. I don't know why.
John D. Noodle.
And,
John D. Noodle from Germany checking in. Joe can be found anywhere but Zoom. So you're
apparently.
Yeah.
And then Pontillogram on Instagram and at Joe Pontillo on Twitter.
Word up. All right. Well,
And
Joe,
I would plug my website, but there's nothing on it except a sad face at this point.
Yeah. I don't know. This is kind of a weird show. I don't know if you actually want to promote anything on it.
Yeah, really.
You're
You
like,
might be doing yourself a disservice.
I don't want to say
crap!
my
I just
name.
lost 5 followers. Huh?
I don't want to say my name. I don't. Well, that's the talent. That's the genius that Rock and I possess. We just people. It's a. Sometimes our show is just a fucking train wreck, but we're out there live doing it. So whatever.
Yeah, it's on 3 different platforms. We started on Zoom, then by the end, we were just doing an Instagram live show.
Yeah. So, all right, word up. Well, Joe, I'm sorry about the Zoom thing crapping out, and you had to join us on the phone and stuff. And I got comedian Ehrenberg about to call in a few minutes, so we're gonna let you go. But Joe Pontillo, everybody on the social medias, go find him. He's a good man. He's a very funny guy, and I'm sorry that this went like a disaster for you, Joe.
That's all right. I felt like I was part of something for a little bit. We flew too close to the sun.
Yeah. All right, Joe. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, thanks, guys.
There you go.
Good to chat with you.
Yeah. There goes.
Like, never fucking again.
There you go. Can you imagine that fucking? I mean, going from our little page, our little Lunatic Radio YouTube page to the Stan NYC's YouTube page, the jump in subscribers is, tens of thousands, and you're excited to come on. You're an up-and-coming comic, and the show you come on with is just a fucking disaster.
Wait. So the question you asked is, can I imagine it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Can I imagine this happening?
Holy shit! Do I just want to eat a gun right now?
I was not surprised at all. Everything that was transpiring.
You know what it is?
Very, very possible.
You know what it is, Rock? You know what it is, and it's the thing that usually happens with our shows. Being on fucking radio, doing the internet radio thing for 18 years. It's the old adage: if you prep for 5 hours to do a fucking hour radio show, you know it's gonna be a disaster. You know it's just gonna be a fucking disaster. You're gonna miss something, and something's gonna go wrong. And that's what it was. I missed something, and it was upgrading the Zoom thing. Everything else that I created, all these banners, all these, these things, these phone calls I'm setting up. Oh, Christ. I always miss that one little fucking minute detail. That one little fucking detail that will fuck up everything. That's the story of my fucking life. I swear to God. The one little minute detail. Yeah. Oh, well, whatever, Rock.
What are you gonna do?
You live and you learn, Fucking A.
Yeah.
It's like
never play chicken with Zoom.
Never.
I think they're gonna ignore you.
They want their fuck you, pay me. It was that type of thing. Yeah, I mean, much like the ABC's Bill Ritter. Did you see that, Rock? You know who Bill Ritter is?
Yeah. I didn't see it, but
He fucked up.
I feel like I saw these clips recently on other shows.
Yeah, but we're doing it for the bigger audience right now. Bill Ritter,
okay.
there he is, Rock. He's ABC's Eyewitness News fucking anchor guy. He missed one little minute detail when he was doing a story recently about a coronavirus kid.
Speaking of minor
I wish we knew when that would be. It's going to be a long time. Anthony, thank you. We do want to mention one person who was singled out today by Governor Murphy. This young man that you're looking at right there, 26-year-old Jack Allard. We profiled him last month. Michelle Charlesworth with a powerful story. He's a former Ridgewood High School lacrosse star and two-time All-American. Was in a medically induced coma after coming down with a virus after spending time on a ventilator and 5 full weeks in the hospital. The governor today announcing that Jack has died.
It was a long month, but slowly Jack rebounded.
There's a problem there, Rock. There's a problem with this. I don't know.
He rebounded to death?
Yeah, he rebounded to death.
It was a long month, but slowly Jack rebounded. And last Thursday, he was clapped out by the doctor.
Like you're watching the clip as if you're going, wait a minute, Bill. That don't sound like he died.
Rebounded, clapped out. Where is this going?
This guy doing the press conference from the high school scene. I feel like he's leaning towards he's still alive, Bill.
Yeah, is this gonna be this dramatic twist at the very end?
Yeah, this is like a Netflix series right here in 30 seconds.
Really?
It was a long month, but slowly Jack rebounded.
You're waiting for the but. You're waiting for the governor to say but, just to kind of make sense of this.
But he got hit by a fucking truck. You know, he had that coronavirus.
Right, exactly.
But, you know, who knew as a fucking twist and turns of life, he got blasted by a fucking train the other day.
It was dramatic. He was finally getting better. We clapped him out. But...
Yeah, you know, he got AIDS right away. Very quick AIDS and died. He got that really quick AIDS.
Life as he walked out of the hospital. For Jack and for the hundreds more who have left our hospitals, we are hopeful and optimistic.
I feel horrible. Jack is very much alive. Jack, we love you. And the story Michelle did brought so much.
Oh, man. Yeah, there's Bill Ritter.
Wow.
I feel horrible. Jack is very much alive.
I feel horrible. Jack is very
I feel horrible. Jack is very much alive.
Fucking A, man.
Thank goodness.
Good for you, Bill Ritter.
How did that get screwed up?
I don't know. What is it, like a teleprompter thing, Rock? You would know more. You're like in the TV game. You know.
Well, the whole thing is that there's such limited news right now. I don't know how that could have gotten screwed. You know, like there's so few stories. They're milking the limited stories that they can run as it is. So I don't know how that. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. That doesn't sound like it was probably on the teleprompter, but someone just messed it up, and then they screamed at him. He's like, no, he's alive. He's alive. So he had to fix it. But I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that is fucking.
That's a big oopsie daisy.
That's a terrible one.
I feel horrible. Jack is very much alive.
Can you imagine that to be on national television? I mean, I lost. I like my heart sunk when the Zoom conference just cut off this radio show on a YouTube page. I'd imagine Bill Ritter on national. You know, he's got millions of people probably. He's got at least 1 million or maybe a couple 100,000 people watching the news, and he just said one of the citizens locally died, but they actually didn't.
The kid was probably watching because I heard he was going to be
be on about him. Can't wait. Eyewitness News is going to profile me.
Mom, I'm dead?
I survived that fucking coronavirus. Fucking here comes
But
Ritter.
apparently I didn't make it in the news.
Here comes fucking Bill Ritter swinging for the fences. Trying to be fucking... He's trying to take a book out of that old Matt Lauer School of Broadcasting, being real compassionate to the fucking death dedications.
This guy here is dead.
I'll cross him off then. Oh my lord, yeah. It is the Lunatic Radio Show. If you want to call into this fucking disaster, 716-325-0299. Thank you to the guys.
Well, here's the magic. The audio version will sound fine.
Yeah, it will. Thank you to the guys at the stand for allowing us to broadcast on their YouTube page. Chris Italia, Patrick Milligan. We go way back with those guys. I'm sure they're fucking super happy with us right now. What's that old adage, right? Never work with your friends because they won't be your friends anymore. This is why.
Adages, those guys are idiots.
Yeah, let me text Ehrenberg right now.
Oh yeah, text him right now. Yeah, that's good. Do that. Yeah, Bill Ritter. Yeah.
Yeah, there's fucking Ehrenberg. I don't know if Ehrenberg wants to come on this shit show to
I know.
promote
Now
his
it'd be
stuff.
like,
I don't know if he wants to be.
Now it might be a thing. Maybe we'll go viral with this.
Yeah. Look at this fucking disastrous radio show. Can you believe they've been doing this for nearly 20 years? Here he is, Ehrenberg. Ehrenberg, welcome to the radio broadcast, sir.
This is awesome, man. I'm hoping my Zoom stays up. Hang on, I gotta just tweak it. If I lose, see, I got my teenage daughter has a 12-minute sample Zoom, so I can only do my live things in 12-minute chunks. So if they cut out, man, just hang on, wait around half an hour, and we'll get you right back up. Okay? Gonna love it. How are you guys?
Very well, yeah. Other than the fact that Chris Itali and Patrick Milligan gave me the keys to their YouTube page, and I just fucking did a disastrous radio program.
Dude, shit happens.
Yeah, it does.
Look, you've entered a new age. This is what they call the new normal. Shit goes down. Nobody's upset at you. It's not like you coughed on each other. It's going to be fine. No, people come back. They got nothing to do. I was watching America's Got Talent where they sing from home now. You are the new must-see TV, man. You're killing it over there. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, how are you doing now, being a comic and the pandemic's happening? What are you doing to stay busy?
Sucking cock at rest stops.
Not a bad idea.
6 feet away.
Not a bad idea.
That's a man's man right there.
There's no one's at rest stop. I go to Wawa's, but I just offer curbside service only with my mouth. I'm doing In Hot Water every morning on Compound Media. If you haven't seen it, it is probably the funniest show anywhere, which is why so few people know about it, because it's cult funny. Then I have a Patreon show on Fridays called Gum Fridays. That's me and Gino Bisconti, patreon.com/Gum Fridays. And then I just had an album come out this weekend on Thursday. It's been #1 all weekend on Amazon. It was up there on iTunes, and then it got pushed out by someone that sings or something, but it's still in the top 4. And I'm with my wife and daughter in Delaware. Where are you guys?
Yeah, well, we're spread around the country for rocks in fucking NYC. I'm in Arizona. Ehrenberg.com, actually, if you want to go buy the comedy album American Etiquette. It's we got a whole plug for you going on the show right now if you're watching. But yeah, it's I'm sure it's a great album. You're a very funny man. You did our radio show years ago.
Years ago, Julian Cross.
Yeah,
you remember him?
Yes, yes, absolutely, of course.
Yeah,
Julian Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought me to you guys.
Yeah.
Tell me about it, because I very vague, and it wasn't in the city. We had to go somewhere outside of the city to get to like a basement where you were doing it.
Yeah, no, it was in a house in Queens, like Whitestone, Queens, or something.
Yep.
Yeah, Julian. I believe Julian totally just doesn't want to pay attention to us anymore. He left. He like went on to do like great things. He's like a CEO. Like I don't know what he's doing. He's making a lot of money wherever the hell he went to.
He invested about, I would say it was a year ago, in a hand sanitizer company and a toilet paper dispensary. And I don't know how he got this knowledge, but he's crushing it right now. He's rich. He used to be like when Cringe Humor, before they kind of disbanded, you know, they're essential to everything comedy. I have a Cringe Humor shirt, and Julian would write articles for them and stuff. And he was a Southern guy, but had this ultimate New York edge to him, and it was such a brilliant mind too. And I think he was almost too smart to keep doing comedy. You know what I mean? Because he was like, man, I don't understand why I only made $8 last year. And then I think he just got at it, and he would hate the fact that other Southern comics would do better. It was this thing. It's like when I'm from Canada, when other Canadian comics come, I'll call the border and be like, yeah, this guy doesn't have paperwork. I don't want other Canadian comics to come to America. I'm territorial.
Oh, fucking Patrick Milligan in the chat room was making me feel bad about myself. He says that Julian Cross has some health issues right now. I didn't know that.
See, there you go.
God,
you
now
thought
no.
You thought it was all about money, and now
I feel terrible.
Oh, this guy's crushing it. He's part of the 1%. Oh, you know what? I think he had like maybe diabetes or maybe some. It was something. Some internal organs of his were fucked up from like eating too many grits growing up or something like that. I don't know what the exact thing was.
Oh, fuck. Now I remember, dude. My memory really does suck, Ehrenberg. I'm sorry. Fucking Julian invited me up to his house in Connecticut. I went up there. He took me to some yacht club. And then as soon as we got to the yacht club, we were like, we got our first drinks and we're going to do
sucking dicks.
We were going to do some, some white people shit, like hang out on the dock and look at the water, So we got our first drink and like two cops just come over and they pull a fucking body out of the water. Killed the whole vibe.
Come on.
I swear to God. They just pulled a body, right? It was like St. Patrick's Day and some fucking dude, dressed up in green, like left the parade and stole a canoe or a kayak and flipped the thing over and he drowned. And they fucking
dead.
Yeah, dead. Just fucking dead. And that was it.
I love you leave the city and you're like, Connecticut's so beautiful. It's so, oh my God. Just hauling some guy out.
Yeah.
He's all bloated, fucking green Guinness seeping out of his fucking nose.
Yeah.
What a good time.
Aaron, so what do you think? What do you think? I was asking this of the comedian we just had on the show before everything crashed on us. What do you think is how long is it gonna be until, we get back to, seeing stand-up comedy again?
Here's my thoughts, and I'm very divided. I talked to one club owner the other night. He goes, June 1st, half capacity will be open. I run that by Chris Italia, who goes, that's insane. Chris goes, he told Paul Verzi the other night, he goes, maybe Thanksgiving clubs will be back up running, full tilt boogie. Other people that I've talked to are saying not until like September, October. It's not going to happen. A lot of people are doing like Zoom online stuff. It's been 6 weeks since I've done a show. I haven't done any. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, I think I'm going to do one to see what it's like. So I'm going to do one Zoom show, see what it's like. And if it's an absolute nightmare, I'm not going to do them anymore. If it's great, then I'm going to start charging through the ass. And my Zoom rate's going to be 10 grand. I'm going to come on. I'm going to insult everybody, politically incorrect, so you can put it on your office Zoom and be like, here's our office Zoom Christmas party. This guy's cheaper than Jeff Ross, but funnier. And then they bring me in, and I just go, that guy's got a loser hat. What is he, gay? And then I just keep clicking on the next person. And I roast everybody throughout. I think I can make a ton of money doing this, never have to leave the house again. That's my plan. I'm going to try it once.
No. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's such a weird fucking time we're in right now. And
it's crazy.
Yeah, it is odd. Like, you think about sports, for example. Like, I don't expect any of that shit to come back until, next year, 2021. I think it's going to be.
Well, you're going to get your golf soon, Kieran. Come on.
Golf is a skill. It's not it's not a sport. And plus, everybody can, they're outside, so they're breathing fresh air and they can stay away from each other. But guys, that are, 6'7", 364 pounds, tackling each other with helmets and shit on, that's not going to happen for a while, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah, and especially the NFL, if you know what I'm saying. Those guys are coming from communities where Corona is, quote unquote, running rampant, if you know what I'm saying.
The
NBA. I think sports will come back with no spectators. I think baseball can come back pretty quickly. They may have to change the rules where, like, on first base, you have to be 6 feet away from the guy. And if you tag within this area, he's out, if he leads off.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy if they do that. But I could see that. But, yeah, that would be terrible, though.
Yeah.
I've been golfing twice a week. In Arizona, can you still golf?
I mean, people here in Arizona they just flock to the golf courses. I've been playing. That's what I do on Saturdays. Like, I'm middle-aged, I'm white, so that's what I do on Saturday mornings. I play golf. Yeah, the courses are open. They have rules, like you can't ride with anybody, and most of the courses really just want you to walk. So, but they're open, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm in Delaware with my in-laws. That's what I'm doing. I'm walking, and they have, the holes are covered, so there's PVC pipe coming up out of the hole.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't actually put your. But my score is great. I played 9 yesterday. I was 5 over on 9.
Not bad
for me. So if I play 18, my handicap's 10 now. I'm playing phenomenal golf.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah. See that, Rock? A comedian came on, and now we can talk golf because we have something to relate about. We're both golfers.
Thank goodness.
Rock is not a big fan of the golf. He fucking hates it. Can't stand
Wait,
it.
I'm trying to understand what they're doing with the holes with the PVC. What they're like, you can't actually.
They don't want you.
I missed that.
They don't want you reaching your hand down in the hole to grab the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because that's where the disease is in white country clubs in holes.
That's the
with
epicenter.
golf balls. That was Wuhan's plan all along. But so and you can't touch the flag stick to pull it out. So they just want you just have to basically hit this exposed cup that's out, and it makes the game way easier because you would traditionally lip out the putt, but as long as you touch the thing, it counts. I was two-putting everything yesterday.
Amazingly enough, though, out here in Arizona, those fucking cart girls are still zooming around the course, giving people beverages and fucking snacks. Like, I would imagine that's a fucking dangerous thing for that girl to be doing, you know?
But I also think in Arizona, I think that it's the same. Like in Delaware, some people believe this is a real thing. Not everybody. You go out, there's still people, no masks, no gloves. They're like, I don't give a shit. I'm going in to get my coffee. I think some people look at the numbers realistically and that they're pretty selfish about it. They go, look, if I get sick, I'm going to get better. If Chris Cuomo can beat this, then I can beat this, you know? So I think a lot of people look at it like that. But there's also a lot of shit we don't know about this. Like they just proved today, antibody tests don't mean anything. They're like, yeah, you could get it more than once. So it's like, okay. And I think most of America is going to get fed up. And that's not saying New York City, because New York City is not typical America. But most of America is going to say, fuck this. We got to get back to our lives. And I really think that's going to happen. And there may be a second wave that ends the world, or in fucking 6 to 8 months, this may be a thing where people are going to trust the government even less because they're going to be like, everybody lied to us and scared us and made us think it's the end of the world, and it was just a bad flu.
Right. Yeah. I do believe
I don't
that.
know.
I believe there will be a problem with people getting that. Like, I'm sick of fucking being home all the time, and they're gonna just go out because they don't want to be home. I feel like we're entering that time right now. I mean, because you see it here in Arizona, you see a lot of people just fucking going out, and you didn't see that weeks ago. And I feel like people are just getting frustrated being inside. I would imagine in New York it's gonna happen again too. Like people are just gonna be like, I don't want to be home. I gotta get outside. I gotta live my fucking life. Let me get out and see somebody. You know,
but it's not even just getting out. It's like going back to work. You know, in communities around the country, you know, they want to work. They just want to go. They're getting only 100 or so cases. You know, and so they're like, why the fuck are we not working? And so it's not just going outside. It's going about their normal lives.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
crazy, man.
People also don't want to be reliant upon the government. I mean, people that, and you're looking at, you know, you're empathetic to people that are below the poverty line that require government assistance at this time. But there's also people that are like, I don't want to live off the government. I want to be self-sufficient. And most people like their fucking jobs now. You know, we don't live in a time where everybody's working in a factory busting bolts. Like most people love what they do. Like stand-ups, I know stand-ups want to get back. I was happy to have a break because before this I was like, I need a break. I need more time with my family, with my daughter. And then, you know, it's just so happened that it happened to be a biologically engineered form of warfare out of China that gave it to me. But it's a great time. I get to put my daughter to sleep every night. I get to wake up with her. I never used to get to do that. So I'm going to take it for as long as I can, but I'm also getting sick of it, and I also want to get back to New York. But then I'll talk to Chris Italia, and he's like, I think I have corona for the past month and a half, and I'm afraid to go get a test. If you talk to him, tell him to go get a test. I've told him where to go exactly. And everyone's saying it's hell back in Queens. So I'm in Delaware. I'm sitting out on the waterfront. I'm golfing twice a week. So it's like a little break for me. But yeah, I want to get back to work. I want to get back to that hustle.
And also an optimistic thing, when, you know, the clubs do open again, they start functioning normally, we might see some great material from a variety of comics because they're just home working.
Yeah.
You know, home writing. Those
guys.
Yeah.
Mine is going to be all my old jokes, but what I do is and because I was quarantined. I add that on the end of all the jokes. So watch, I'll be like, I'll do crowd work and I'll look at a guy. I'll be like, this guy likes doing cocaine off black men's penises. You know what I'm saying? And I'll go, because the lines are longer. And then I go, because he's been in quarantine. And that's all I do. I just add because he's been quarantined. It's like you refresh the whole act. You make it evergreen, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are writing like crazy. There's also going to be a lot of probably hack, like, I was jerking off so much there was a pile of skin next to my bed. Goo-goo!
Yeah, there'll be those. The comedy album is American Etiquette. It can be available, bought on Ehrenberg.com. Ehrenberg, comedian extraordinaire, very funny guy, very generous to join us on the Lunatic Radio show tonight, broadcasting live on the Stand NYC's YouTube page. Aaron, thank you very much. You've always been a stand-up guy. Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys. Have a great night.
You too. There goes Aaron Berg, everybody. He's fucking very thoughtful, very good. He's got a good voice. I like Aaron because he's built like a brick shit house, but he's the same height as me. You know? We're the same
So
fucking...
what does that mean? I don't understand. What does that mean?
It really doesn't mean anything, Rock. I just like to take words, throw them together, put them out there, see if somebody realizes that I made some sort of sense.
I get it.
Yeah. Oh, word up, everybody. If you want to call into this mess, 716-325-0299. Hopefully we get to do another one of these next week. And it'll run a lot smoother. You know, what do you think, Rock?
We can only hope.
We can only hope. We really can only hope. You know who is still fucking working? Aaron Berg was talking about, golf courses being open and the Bikini Bean locally right down the street from me. Oh, I deleted the goddamn. Nothing's gonna work on today's show. Fuck it. Why would I even try? I deleted the fucking image. Holy shit!
In 2020, you're deleting stuff?
Yeah. Well,
permanently?
Yeah, Rock. I don't like the CPU that I use to run the radio program here. It's not very good. It's kind of a piece of shit, and I can't afford a new one. So that's what I'm doing. He also used to be a male stripper. That's coming from Jason Caselli. Yes, Ehrenberg. We talked about that, right? Back in the day, used to be a male stripper. Rock.
I don't remember that, but I could see it. Wink, wink.
Yeah, he's got.
I don't remember. I'm sure. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, apparently he, it was a phase, and he got through it, and he moved on.
What do you mean a phase? It got through it. What do you mean?
I don't know.
Was it like a bad time being a stripper?
I don't know. I don't know.
What? Our stripper demographic? You putting them down? It's messed up.
Is it like being a stripper? I would imagine. Yeah, it's like a thing you would grow out of. I would imagine. You can't be a stripper your whole life, right?
I mean,
as you get older, you would think you're like,
you can't be your whole life.
Yeah,
but,
you can't do
Chippendales. That's
can't do 20 years in the stripping business.
No, I'm not saying that it's a life. It's not like a lifetime career, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing to be a stripper. I mean, So I'm saying, like Chippendales guys, they make a pretty good living, I'm sure.
What's the average?
There.
What's the average? Here we go. Here's the call. Call, you're on the air. Go ahead. What's your name? Where you from?
Hey, it's Patrick Milligan from this.
Hi, Patrick. How are you liking our new broadcast on your YouTube page?
Oh my God, you guys are knocking it out of the park.
Fucking A, bro.
This is wonderful.
I'm so embarrassed.
How much is it to upgrade Zoom? I'll name on you now.
I have no idea. It's just, I'll be honest with you, Patrick, when I did a broadcast like weeks ago or a month ago or so, we had 3 guys on, and I was like, oh, it just works with 3 guys. I guess I don't have to upgrade anything. Apparently, they give you some sort of time limit, so that, I had 40 minutes to run with tonight, and I didn't know that when I began, and then, shit just fucking ended. And
that's how they get you. They have you by the balls. Now everyone's using it, and they're going to upcharge you. They're fucking you at the drive-thru. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. So, how are you doing during this pandemic, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm enjoying not booking. I could really get used to this. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. I mean, what is the idea? What is the thoughts? I mean, I'm sure you talked to Chris. I talk to him all the time. What is his thoughts about, when things are going to try to get back to normal?
Honestly, I haven't really spoken to Chris about it. Like, we're just, whatever, where Governor Cuomo has us by the balls.
Mm.
I doubt it's going to be open anywhere near a viable capacity, which, we could make money. If they say, okay, you could have 10 people and it's going to be too little to fucking cover costs, and then, okay, you could do half capacity or 50 people. So I don't know. I mean, we are going to open eventually and all that shit, but I'm just, I'm just patty pessimistic right now.
fatty pessimistic. Yeah, it is an interesting dilemma because you like, I mean, the Stan's got the restaurant, and then it's got the upstairs stage, and it's got the downstairs stage, and it's like, you know, is it cost effective to just have like at half capacity or a quarter capacity? Yeah, it's an odd thing to try to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's there's a lot more bigger issues to worry about now, you know, with the unemployment rate and, you know, people dying from fucking bat flu.
Yeah.
But you know, a comedy is comedy, and it sucks, and you know, investing all this time into a business and having it wiped out by a fucking virus right now. So you know, as long as you're healthy and everyone you know and love is safe, then that's all that matters. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
That was my gay Long Island woman voice.
I tell you what, Patrick, you know, we're all around the same age. We've lived through some shit, you know, some 9/11 pandemic crap, you know. Fucking A.
Yeah, we've been through Puddle of Mud doing a Nirvana cover.
Puddle of Mud doing Nirvana covers. We've seen a lot in our lives.
Barely survived.
All equally as disastrous.
I haven't listened to you guys in forever. I apologize, man. I used to fucking creep on the women in your video chat back in the day. That was good stuff.
I tell you
Don't
what.
Apologize, Pat. Don't apologize. You ain't missing much.
Yeah.
There was a Spanish woman who was fucking hideous looking, but she had the greatest set of tits God created.
Oh, dude, I do remember that. Patrick's referring to like when we did the broadcast back in the day, we used to have like a chat room with all these video cams on the side of the screen. And it would just be like, you know, people having sex and just titties coming out. And I remember there was one girl that used to pop in that chat room all the time. And I don't know her name. And I'm not, and if I did, I wouldn't mention it. But she, you know, upstairs, not so great. But titties, perfect. Titties were perfect. Yeah.
That was God's sense of humor. Isn't it ironic that, wow, I sound like Alanis Morissette speaking of her. Isn't it ironic that we had better technology then than we do now?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, those old chat rooms that we had to do internet radio back in the day were fucking phenomenal. And they should have just kept with those or just upgraded it,
I remember Adam nearly having a miscarriage when you had fucking Ben Sparks and Psycho Mark on, and Anthony Cumia was trying to chime in, and fucking the chat went down. That was pretty hectic that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Having yeah.
I totally forgot about that. Wow.
Not only did we have Psycho Mark and Ben Sparks in the studio at the same time, they were annihilated. Both of them. Right. So we had to deal with that.
Fucking. Man, that could have been your break. You could have been on Compound Media making $300 a month. If that worked out.
yeah, I remember that, man. There's some, and then obviously the story. I don't know if you want to get into it, but back in the day when we were kids, we had that porn star down in my parents' basement showing her titties, and apparently her boyfriend who worked for Howard Stern was sitting next to her. That girl drove about 4 hours in a snowstorm to do a podcast.
And we were Kate Frost was her name.
Kate Frost. I couldn't remember her name for the life of me. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We all remembered.
How disappointed was it when she walked in with her big Jamook boyfriend? Like, oh man. I mean, you know, whenever you're back then when, you know, we were young and naive, you know, we're like, oh my God, a female porn star's coming. I hope maybe we'll get laid or some action, and this fucking dumbass strolled in.
Right.
But yeah, it was a snowstorm, and you're all the way out in bumfuck Long Island, further east than I am.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that almost cost me my original relationship with Natalie, because she was like, "Oh, you're on a was it even a podcast back then?"
No, I don't. I think we broadcast like a chat room. I think that was the only technology available. I think that was
and
what
I
happened.
think it was relayed on Shoutcast back then.
Yeah, it was fucking literally a porn star rolls in with, you know, her big bouncer Howard Stern type boyfriend showing up in an Escalade, and she rolls into my fucking parents' house, literally 8 feet from my dad, and is passed out drunk from wine in his tighty whities. Can you imagine my fucking father? He's probably 55 at the time, waking up and seeing, you know, blonde-headed girl with the hooters and a guy that looks like he's gonna whack the entire family.
In retrospect, considering what we got accomplished that night, I mean, that's impossible now.
She was a Wading River 10, a fucking tree anywhere else.
Yeah, honestly, she really was. Oh shit! Well, it was definitely exciting. Fucking A.
Karen, listen, it's been a while since I listened to you. Have you been smoking? I hear like this wheeze whenever you cough.
No, it's it's just your voice. You use your voice for many years. I'm
Too many cocks.
smoking a lot of smoking a lot of cock. No, it's just
Cock gives you emphysema, then we're all fucked. Am I right?
I don't smoke the cigarettes. I just maybe it's just years of talking and not making much sense. My voice is just going away. I don't know.
Well, you guys both look the same. You look like you haven't aged a day.
Yeah, there we
Aw,
are.
thanks, Patrick.
This is great. We went from cringe humor to the stand, and hopefully next, it'll be on Patreon. Maybe we could strive for Patreon next. We'll get 18 people to pay.
Yeah, it'd be great. All you need is that's what Adam Carolla told us one time when he came on our radio program. He's like, you don't need 200,000. You just need fucking 10 to give you some money and be loyal. That's all. That's what he said. So who knows?
Well. Mazel tov, gentlemen. This is going to be a wonderful partnership. Maybe next week we can get 35 minutes out of the fucking three-way Zoom.
Yeah. All right, Patrick. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for allowing us to do this.
Gentlemen. One last thing, Karen. I love how you know when to end it. I mean, that's great. You just cut it off and it's done. You have that amazing ability.
Yeah.
And I realized I petered out a few minutes ago, so thank you for ending it.
No, you're doing great. We love you, Patty Saltines. All right,
Thank
man.
you, brother.
Patrick Milligan, everybody. Booker
Later.
from the stand.
Patrick.
He's a good man. Yeah. Fucking A, bro. Well, yeah, so
do you think he's still kind of like self-deprecating? You think he still got that about him?
Patrick has not changed in fucking 20 years. He really has not changed. Gotten a little older.
Have any of us really?
Little gray on the chin, but he has not changed.
I'm sure he looks like $1 million.
Chris,
we should get him on Zoom.
Chris Italia's the same fucking way. By the way, I think I might need to end this show because I literally think I'm having an aneurysm in my stomach.
Are you gonna have to poopy?
No, it's like my stomach's on fire right now.
This has just been the worst show. We finally have.
I think I'm getting
like a different show.
I think I'm getting shingles right now.
Real-time shingles.
I swear to God, I gotta end this fucking program. All right, thank you to Chris Italia, Patrick Milligan for letting us broadcast on the Stand NYC's YouTube page. StanNYC.com.
Say your last words, Karen.
I gotta get off. I gotta go. Tune in to next week to see if I'm actually fucking here. I'm out. I gotta go. StanNYC.com. StanNYC.com. Follow us at LunaticRadio on Instagram and Twitter. The StanNYC.com to buy your gift cards for when they reopen. All available right there on the StanNYC.com. Brock, final word. Go.
Don't die.
That's a good one. Peace.